So today we have the matchups of all matchups. This Tuesday, I'm talking about the 7 and 8 seeds from both respective conferences battling it out in the play-in tournament. So obviously we know the play-in tournament, everything kind of started in the bubble because of the short season, because of COVID. And ever since then, obviously, it's been pretty exciting to see a more competitive landscape, players not resting as much, and essentially playoff brand of basketball. I know the Nets had some playoff brand of basketball these past couple of weeks as well too. It just shows you how much more competitive the conference has gotten as well too. But besides the point, the Nets are going to go up against the Cavs in the first matchup of Tuesday night. And in the regular season, the Nets won 3-1. And then, Warren, what were you saying again about that 3-1 series? It's kind of lopsided, but there's a reason why it was 3-1. Why was it 3-1 again?
Well, it's 3-1. The Nets won the first two matchups. There was no Kyrie, but the Cavs were fully healthy. The third matchup, they had Jared Allen, but in this latest matchup, April 8th, Kyrie played, but Jared Allen got injured. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I mean, it sucks because it sucks, but it's kind of dope. Like, there's definitely gonna be a lot of viewership. We're all gonna be watching as well too. But what sucks about the playing is it's on some NCAA March Madness stuff where it's one and done. So a tweaked ankle could come over there, or you could have a bad shooting night, and you never know what happens as well too. But if I had to give my predictions for this game, even though the Nets clearly won 3-1. I think with no Jared Allen protecting that paint is going to be much, much more tougher on the Cavs as well too. So I think Kyrie Irving and KD are going to have their way with them. I think it's going to be basically a shootout in favor of the Brooklyn Nets as well too. So my keys is obviously the home court advantage. If you'd have told me about a month ago that Kyrie was going to be playing the plan, I would have said no, because I remember when we talked about it earlier, we are like, yo, there's a chance that the only way he could play is if he is on the road playing the Cavs, because Toronto, obviously, they went up, but they were like back and forth. And then also being in Brooklyn, if you had home court advantage before the mandate got uplifted, he won't going to be able to play as well too. So obviously he's been a little up and down at home, but I think the playoff mode has been activated. I think KD and Kyrie are going to go nuclear, and I think the role players are going to step up as well too. Seth Curry's ankle should be good to go. So expect to see Kyrie and KD probably both go for 30 plus. They're probably going to stagger minutes as well too, so each of them can basically play with their role players. That should be the moment when the Cavs should try to kind of double in blitz and get other people to essentially beat them on their team as well too. But when they're on the floor together, they're going to be dominant. And I just feel like because of Allen, that's going to be a huge takeaway. Who you got winning?
I mean, I obviously got the Nets. I don't think anybody on the Cavs has the kind of firepower to just contend with KD and Kyrie, who know it's game time. It's literally, well, it's not win or go home for these two teams specifically, but you don't want to really lose to the Cavaliers going into a playoff push. You want to just put your foot and let them know, hey, it's time to play this game for real. It's playoff time for both KD and Kyrie. Obviously the keys, no Allen, not much experience when it comes down to like your Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, who are your stars on the Cavs side. You do have Kevin Love, but he's getting older. A lot of people contend him for sixth man of the year. Obviously, that's not going to be true. Only 13 points per game. That's bullshit. But I mean, he's old too. So it's not like he's going to be able to guard and do a lot. Granted, he just dropped like 30 points recently, but got to go with the Nets.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely as well too. So I think you also noted that Dragic may not play due to COVID, but it could be a case where he gets cleared. Obviously, there's no updates with Ben Simmons. I think Woj kind of came out yesterday and basically said that, well, there's one, he came out and said that he could likely be available within the next couple of games if they were to get the 7th seed and play against Boston, or even lose, get the 8th seed and play against the Miami Heat as well too. Ben Simmons could be there and maybe limited minutes, We saw updated videos, two videos, one from a couple days ago, one from yesterday, of him actually training and slowly ramping up. So I think it's going to come down to pain tolerance as well too. But that's always going to be a plus.